Okay, everybody, we are back after that little short break. There are still games going on in the third round. However, we do have some winners to announce. Brad Reinhold, as we just saw, defeated AJ Hatum. Mike Kessling over Matt Scott. Brian Fred over Cal Aldred. Logan Petit over Corey Lauer. Greg Shaw defeats Stephen Fulner. Jill Olson beat Ming Hao. Justin Miyashiro upset Mark Walseth. Jeff Levine over Adam Schellberg. Kyle Kruger over Max Freeman. Brandon Nguyen over Stephen Yu. Eric Nelson over Julian Berg. Fang Lee over Jack Erickson Schultz. And Matt Less over William Sinaka.
Ooh, another bill to add to the team.
Sorry?
Is that another bill to add to the team?
Too many bills. I think we need to... there's too many Bills, too many Jareds, too many Matts. I think we need to, get rid of some. Oh, too many Justins, too.
We'll have the great name bracket.
Yeah.
Tournament.
Does everyone else have to change their name?
Yeah.
Only if you, once you, if you're not the winner, you have to change your name to something else. Too many Chris's, too.
Too many Chris's.
So
I think we're waiting on one more result, right? I think we're down to one now. Yep. Matt and Casey.
Yep. Eric Nelson just he defeated Julian Berg, so we're waiting on Casey and Matt. So what do you guys think of the meta? Were you guys really surprised by any of the decks that are being played?
Let's pull that up real quick just to make sure. I think light side is kind of what I thought it was going to be. I'm a little surprised that there's not any of the... I mean, there might be one, but there is very few of the Anakin family. I think that's a pretty strong deck. Pretty comparable to, Yoda commuting, Qui-Gon commuting. So to see maybe one, I think that's pretty surprising.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm wondering which version of the Force is strong in the family was being played. Was it the Anakin, the Luke, or the Rey?
I mean, of those three, it's got to be Anakin. Anakin is far and away the best of that one. Is it the Revenge of the Sith, right? You can make a case that Vader's very good. You can make a case that Dooku is very good, and you can make a case that Maul is very good. But I feel like the family, I think you're pretty much playing it to play Anakin.
Yeah, I mean, just being able to recur his saber is so good.
That's a good point. Yeah, the recursion of the saber is really good. I don't know, like My Father Before Me, though, is a really good card.
Yeah, and somebody is playing a Like My Father Before Me deck. I think that just kind of shines better in either Hitco, which I will say for the fourth time today, or, just like a Let the Wookiee Win version where you don't have so much restriction on the other characters you can play.
Well, Bill, you might have gotten your wish. We're going to have our feature match be for light side, Greg Shaw versus dark side, Joe Olson.
All right.
Legends.
Two of the best known players out there.
Did Cal beat Brian Fred? Is that what happened?
No, Brian Fred beat Cal.
Okay, Cal got paired way up then. Cal's at table 2. I guess that makes sense because there was a lot of dark side wins to get dark side players to 3-0 in that round. So
I love how the chat is so excited for this match.
We know what they're playing?
Greg versus Joe. I mean, this is a repeat of Worlds from last year in the top 8. This is a repeat from Nationals, from Continentals when it was the John Anderson Memorial.
Yeah, that was 2019. So, no,
this should be a good one.
So Greg's on ROPS. I know that much.
Hey, everybody.
No idea.
No idea versus ROPS. I don't know. I don't know who to go with on this one.
So I will tell you, our team generally thinks that ROPS is favored over No Idea. But there are cards you can play that... Oh, wait. Is this Greg is on No Idea and Joe is on ROPS?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll tell you this then. We think that ROPS is favored in this. But we have found some cards that we think are very helpful for this matchup and just generally good in other matchups. So you're going to see a couple projections in this deck. You're going to see, what are we running for ROPS? Things like Cassian, you have Wedge, Red Squadron Leader in there. So you can cancel the Destiny, because if you cancel Destiny, you can't add anything to it. And then one more surprise card, which I'll leave unsaid.
Okay, I like surprises. So ROPS versus No Idea, and you said that you like the ROPS more in this matchup, but if you guys got surprises, I'm always down for some surprises. Joe starts the Imperial Rest Order Secret Plans combo, and it looks like Endor Shield.
Yeah, Endor Shield IO and Insignificant makes sense. I think what was I going to say? I already forgot. Oh, we've played this matchup a few times, so I think Greg kind of knows what the line is, and like stuff like dropping Tantive and Rogue One directly to Raltier kind of makes Joe have to get into space earlier than he wants potentially. I don't know. We'll see.
It'd be a good match.
I don't know. I don't know if this is going to be a very intense fighting match, but it's definitely going to be a grindy match.
This is one of those games that's going to be determined in the move phase.
Yeah.
In the move phase.
I mean, we've had 3 games that have had a lot of interaction between the players. Now we have a game that's offering not a lot.
I think you are mistaken about how much interaction will be actually in this matchup.
Okay.
You can't just ROPS is not going to leave No Idea alone.
Mm-hmm.
They're eventually going to find whatchamacallit. Veers and a Walker. You can take over the beach pretty easily with that. I know we talked about putting a Master Luke in the No Idea, but I don't know if that actually made it in the deck or not.
Okay.
And then, yeah, like Greg's going to find projections, so you can maybe leave a couple sites alone. But Greg's going to go to space, and I think if Greg can take over space and you can make this like a one system game, that's going to be a lot harder. And then also the fact that Scarif is Parsec 7 and what's the system Eridu is Parsec 1. It's very difficult for Joe to kind of like keep his space consolidated, because he's got to go through Raltier, which is a non-battleground. So maybe you lose space for turn, maybe you don't get to get those ping drains in that No Idea doesn't like. I actually played this. This was the top 8 matchup in Endor. I was on No Idea and Joe was on ROPS, and I just got completely messed up. I thought I had the game in hand. I had a concussion missile to shoot down his ship, but he had close call, and so that kind of hurt a little bit. And then I was eventually able to shoot down the ship, but it was way too late by then. I think we've evolved past the concussion missile being in the deck. I don't think it's in this list anymore. So it's really just kind of extra power in space is going to be the way to like mess around.
Okay. Another exciting match that we maybe should have looked at was the Matt Scott versus Brian Fred. I mean, the only thing that would have been the only reason we didn't have that one is Matt Scott was on stream.
That's going to be a boring game. Matt Scott versus Brian Fred.
Matt Scott on Dark versus whatever Brian Fred is playing for Lightside.
Yeah, so Joe choosing to go a little quick here, going Piet and then Desane to the actual docking bay rather than leaving them alone at the 1-0. And that's because pretty much everybody in the deck is a spy and can come there anyway. So might as well get a Drainer 1 in.
Well, of course, Greg is decides to go down to Rallis here with some of his stuff.
Well, I wouldn't expect it turn 1. I did that at Endor because I was running a weird version. I had Hobby with his gun and Utani with his gun and Baze as well. So like you could fight more on Raltier.
Okay.
But I don't think this is running any of those. I think Greg's turn 1 is pretty much going to be, set up beach, set up your activation, and I could potentially see him doing like Rogue One to Raw tier or Tantive to Raw tier to kind of disrupt that early game of Joe.
Greg gets the docking bay out as well as the beach.
There's a lot of weird noise coming from upstairs. I don't know what's going on. It sounds like thunder, but I don't think it's raining. Let's see.
Oh, do you see that?
The beach is the right play. I don't love pulling the beach turn 1. I think if you feel short on activation, maybe he has a hand that he wants to be able to activate more to attack, but I can see right now that is not the case as he attacks right away. That's a really good attack hand. I would not pull the beach, but Greg's a better player than me, so.
I don't know. You've gotten to more top 8s this year than Greg has so far.
Yeah, well, we'll see. I mean, I'm not at this one, so he can catch me now, right? Because we're at 1-1 each.
Yeah, and then it just comes down to Worlds.
Yeah. So he's shooting at... I don't know if he was shooting at Piet or at Desane. Looks like Desane. So Desane was hit. It's forfeit 0. Greg could have retrieved on, but did not. Leia's going to add a Destiny to power.
I was going to say, interesting to see Joe or to see Greg go down this fast.
Well, so that hand is really good because you'll see him lose bays here and shoot at Piet also. And so, like, you can
get rid of both those guys,
overflow.
Also, getting rid of Desan early is great because he can't upload his shuttles now.
Yeah, and I noticed that Joe did have in his opening hand the Emperor Palpatine, so he can't get the shuttle and get up to space really easy.
So now Joe's just going to have to draw for his space.
Joe's going to have to lose a couple cards here.
Yeah. Okay, close call, Thrawn, Decree.
I'm actually a bit surprised to see him lose Thrawn.
Yeah. And the Emperor.
So 4 overflow? Yeah,
that's and Leia 6 around. Wow.
And Greg saving 2 here.
Possibly barrier.
Sure, like he has a Grand Admiral Thrawn in hand, but I think the Mithron guy, especially with Joe, given Joe's experience playing against my No Idea twice at Endor, we were playing concussion missiles, and I know other people on the team have been playing concussion missiles and lists. So and plus this is going to be a move phase heavy game, so you want to keep that out there for extra potential damage.
I mean, he's got a brother in his hand, another Emperor, and another character. So he's got 4 characters.
I think Greg got lucky that didn't have Vader in hand. That would have been a bad time. Yeah, this is going to change the gameplay a little bit, right? So, before I was talking about how you go to space early to disrupt Joe, and now you've obviously disrupted him in a different way. So you might see Joe do very little here on this turn and draw up.
And just take the drain of 1?
Yeah, because that's not hurting anybody. That or just Thrawn can go clear, or Brother can go clear, and you can trade somebody for somebody, right? You get Desane back.
Yeah, but then who do you get back? Or who do you pitch to the graveyard?
Doesn't matter. You get him back later. Probably that Emperor in his hand. I hope
I was
to
gonna
win
say the
battle.
Emperor is really not doing much here, so that's a good point. It's a good point, Phil. You got to assume that Greg has like a barrier or something in his hand. Okay, there's the brother.
But no barrier.
No barrier.
Yeah, I think you save the barrier for maybe a second guy so you don't get beat down. Like, you kind of expect to lose Leia here. Oh, he traded for close call. Interesting.
Yeah, so you can keep the brother around.
Interesting.
I think it's a pretty good play, especially against a deck like No Idea that doesn't have that high Destiny.
Now Greg has lost Baze and Leia.
I
Okay.
think Greg's okay with that because the brother is kind of scary. Versus like if Greg goes down with a couple guys to the beach, right? Just to be able to stop that plus forfeit from insurrection.
Mhm. But now
Yeah,
Joe has a pretty healthy hand.
Yeah,
Like
still right. Being able to draw 20 cards is really good. So I think we're just back to like we reset to the end of Joe's turn one, right? Like where Joe has a big hand.
Yeah.
A guy on board, and Greg goes.
Okay. Let's see. So I'm assuming Greg went and looked for
Probably a docking bay.
the docking bay. So now Joe does get a look, but there's the Admiral's order that is just a pain in the butt.
And at some point, I was trying to talk people out of the Admiral's order, but Drew is better at cards and better at arguing than I am. So
Yeah.
I added two to my.
I mean, being able to deploy your guys for so cheap, giving them extra forfeit and defense value, it's just insane.
Well, the cool thing is like when you go to Raw tier, and you will go to Raw tier, you can also get cheap deploy guys to Raw tier as well. So I think that's what made the cut.
Where do you end up going to?
Raw tier. Where else would you go? What do you mean?
I'm just saying. You just were saying like Raw tier like so many times.
Yeah, Raw tier.
Oh, okay, that's a good play. Unital virtual. Yep, putting the close call out of play.
Get back Leia?
Yeah.
Leia was on top, yeah.
And we see Tantive to Ralter. It's pretty good.
Okay. Leia going down to the vault. I don't know if you want to leave that Tantive though by itself. Okay, there's Ray.
That must be Thunder.
I do hear some rain. Like, it sounds like there's rain or something. I don't know. It was raining a little earlier here in Pittsburgh, but stopped.
I'm guessing Joe is not playing any Admiral's orders, right?
I can't imagine he is because he's got at least one of the Thrawn himself. So like that was suspended. And I don't know what ROPS would play. Because you don't want to have somebody at Raw tier, so it doesn't make sense to do, the dark side equivalent or like the one that pulls combat vehicles.
Mm-hmm. I think he's got the virtual Grand Admiral Thrawn. But yeah, it's going to it'll make it a lot tougher for him to flip this turn.
pulls a Hoojix here. I'm not quite sure about the Leia play. You're just like inviting her to die. I don't know if he's trying to like rebeat or something.
Mm-hmm. Greg showing off his foil battle plan.
Yeah, that was cool that they gave that away for the retro event.
He used his escape pod combo to grab the Hojix. Now, I mean, how many Hojixes is Greg playing?
Should
is
just
he
be
playing
one.
Two? Just one?
Yeah. I think the only deck that we've ever built with 2 Hoojix is we'll throw that in Diplo sometimes. So there's enforcement. Currently turned off.
A lot of passing of their decks around to each other. Okay, yep.
Grand Inquisitor.
Grand Mr.
Just Inquisitors in this deck. That's it.
So many Inquisitors.
We'll have a new one soon, right? You get a third sister?
I don't know. I mean, you would think that Chris is like behind the scenes working on another Inquisitor.
You got it.
I'm excited. I've been playing nothing but HTV for a while.
It's a fun deck. Like, I kind of like the Crush the Rebellion V, but at the same time, I feel like it might not be the optimal card for it. You know, I don't know. Like, it just feels too intensive to give to occupy battle plan, especially in a deck where you want to fight.
I don't know who came down with the Inquisitor though.
Looked like Tarkin. So that would give Joe two Destiny here.
Okay.
In other exciting news, I'm getting a Brian Scorn bus package to be delivered today. Maybe I'll show that off on stream.
Who? A package from who?
Brian.
Schnorbus?
Norbus.
Although Scorn Bus is pretty good.
Hey, I've never been good at pronunciation. Okay, we have a fight at the data vault, just like in the movies. Neither side has immunity here. And I believe, yep, Joe should be getting 2 Destiny. Nope. But maybe that isn't Tarkin.
He's probably going to trade before he does anything else.
That's a good point.
Yeah, it's probably not Tarkin then.
Ooh. That's a big fat 6.
So we got to the Sonic pack.
The Inquisitor covers 7, so it's not like...
Yeah. Oh, it was Ozzel.
Oh, that's unfortunate then, because Ozzel covers 5.
Mm-hmm.
We did see in Joe's hand that he has a kick, though.
Yeah. And it looks like he's got a Blizzard 4 and the Blizzard's got Walker in his hand as well. Okay.
Is Leia immune?
It shouldn't be, right? Because of the data.
No.
Well, it was Vengeance, so it was 2, so she's immune less than 3.
Yeah, but she shouldn't have any immunity because of the data vault, right?
Oh, you're right. Or does it say all opponents' immunity? I'll pull it up.
It says all immunity to attrition is
Yeah.
canceled.
You want to announce that?
All immunity to attrition here. Is that?
I don't know if they're doing active judging or not.
No, they shouldn't be on day one. That's unfortunate. Willard. Probably gonna go get a ship.
Saw Joe lose 3 cards there.
Yeah, drain and the ping from Stardust.
Yeah. And Saw Guerrera.
It's barriered.
On the Saw Guerrera.
Mhm.
Stack some cards on sand. So coming down.
Yep. This should get rid of Ozzel. And set up Greg nicely for that drain at the beach.
Greg Shaw hit 6 again.
Greg at this point is definitely looking for his Luke. That way he can start retrieving on the Tanev.
Yeah, so maybe the one card we were talking about putting in to No Idea may not come into play here.
So you're saying we won't know what the surprise is? That's no fun.
Don't worry about that. What a great surprise.
Make me sad, Bill.
It's not even that good, but
I was gonna say like the last time you made me this sad was in Texas Mini Worlds, 2020.
when you got eliminated.
Yeah.
The same no idea deck.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it is the exact same no idea deck. It hasn't changed that much in like what 2 years.
I mean, 10 cards have changed probably.
Yeah.
No, we just figured it out early. Let's go with that. I do remember Reed Smith bringing us to a Yavin 4 regional with like Sean Valdez in it.
I know Reed Smith was like the first. He played like Walkling plus Night. What was it? Sunset or Nightfall.
Yeah.
And
This is like a beatdown version almost.
yeah,
So that was Thrawn, Vader, and somebody.
maybe it was the Tarkin.
Greg played Antilles Maneuver also, so that
Yeah.
swings cost him.
Okay, so it looks like Joe does initiate. So he's not going to have any force saved after this, though. Okay.
I think you swing at either Willard or Saw here. Those are your biggest characters to hit.
Yeah.
So Saw hit.
Well, I mean, if you with Willard can't put himself back, can he?
No.
Okay.
And Willard is a fantastic engine because he's now a 3PO,
Mm-hmm.
but defense value 4.
I mean, I think what you do if you're Greg, you move the Stardust over to somebody else, and then
You put the
you
Leia.
just lose Leia because you put her right back into the deck.
I think he's either going to do that or he's going to lose Jin so he can see what Joe has in his hand.
That's another good play, especially with Joe not having a force pile. And there's a 4.
That's a 2. That's Blizzard 2.
Oh, I'm sorry. And Joe's gonna do his little swap stuff. Gets the Grand Inquisitor back.
Just like in the movies, TV shows.
I was gonna say TV show. And Greg draws a character.
Well, it's definitely a spy.
Yeah. Taidu.
Taidu. So Taidu's a 3.
And Destiny to Attrition is 5.
So 8 is enough to get Vader.
Nope. Tarkin and Thrawn.
You guys ever wonder what happened to Blizzard 3?
Yeah. I was gonna say we haven't seen a Blizzard 3. I mean, we have, but we also haven't seen Blizzard's 7 either, or Blizzard 5.
I gave Greg an idea for a short podcast. And it was supposed to be a blizzard of questions. I hope he does that this weekend.
I mean, he was just on the Kessling podcast.
Yeah, well, he was all podcasted up.
This is for the Kessling podcast.
I don't know.
Kessling Run, I should say.
Kessling Run. Alright, so yeah, he did lose Jin, so we can see what Joe's got in his hand. And Vader by himself there is not great.
No. I mean, if Greg has another Antilles maneuver, that would be really good for him. Or all he's got to do is put somebody down at the either the site or the system, and then he can flip.
No, he needs to control 2, so he won't flip.
You're right.
He needs to put somebody down to both. I mean, I don't think Cassian is GG because Leia can't add with that Vader because he's not a leader. You're not flip, so you don't get the extra power bonus. And like Vader covers 14 himself plus Destiny. Rogue One.
with Farm Boy Luke on it. And
Melshi.
mm-hmm.
That will allow Greg to flip. And that will allow him to pull that Taidu out of there.
Yeah. Is that General Dodonda?
Yeah, that's the guy.
Okay.
It's the special card. So we kept losing to stuff like throwing Usain down to the 2-0 or like ISP going to the 2-0 or anything like that. He just shorts up all those weaknesses.
Yeah, I can see it. Yeah.
And then like against decks that don't have Usain or what's her face, Afra or whatever that aren't going to come to your 2-0, he's just forfeit 7 a pilot.
It's not bad. So just by looking at the body posture right now, Joe is not happy with this situation. Okay, Taidu as well.
Is there a good Y-Wing that Dodonna can pull?
Oh, leader in Gold 1.
Oh, yeah. Is he playing that?
I don't know. I suggested it, but I don't know if he actually did or not. I don't think he's supposed to get an extra Destiny to Power there either. Or is it just any Imperial? Yeah, it needs to be an Imperial leader.
Mm-hmm.
Vader is not a leader.
The only deck that you want to put that non-unique Y-Wing into is Prophet. That's it. It was only made for Prophet. So Leia goes to the use pile, and we're back at what we were.
Yeah, I mean, I think that first turn from Greg just really, really put Joe on the back foot.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he had the hand to do it, too. I'm assuming that's Joe's reserve deck. Okay. Now let's see what Joe can do here.
You probably have to choose between flipping or going to space, right? I don't think he can do all of it. Looks like he just wants to contend the beach here.
Blizzard 4 for Tarkin.
Mm-hmm.
And
Okay.
Night Sister.
Now, I mean, she's pretty good.
That's a pretty good turnaround. I mean, for this
a lot of power there, too.
13? I
Yeah.
think he's still down in power. I think Greg just loses Taidu here.
Mm-hmm.
Or Melshi, and go get another Melshi.
Well, I think Taidu subtracts 1 from that, so it becomes a 5.
Yep.
Changes Veers for Vader.
Greg gonna get to retrieve 1 though. Even though it's a 0.
Did Joe just retrieve that Emperor?
Imperial Domination's on the table.
Yeah, but that should be suspended.
Yeah.
So.
Shouldn't it be in effect? Maybe Greg just letting them have one here.
It would only be fair at this point.
Yeah, so he lost Melshi and pulled out Chad. The force here.
Yeah. Greg has a lot of options. He can move a guy in control phase if he wants to get it. If he just wants to abandon the beach.
I don't think he's a
bad
bad
is.
I mean, he's got to have. So, how many ability 4 guys are in the deck, right? There's Corrin, there's Chirrut, there's Ezra.
Right.
And Luke already on the table. You should have somebody that can come down and be able to clear the sister, but then Joe's going to come back with Vader against that ability 4 guy, but probably not going to get a swing through, right?
Yeah, you mentioned Corrin. It's pretty awesome that No Idea gets to play with Corrin again due to the Java Surprise errata.
Stupid Mithril, ruining the day of CCT since 2022.
We saw CCT earlier today. There's 2 CCTs in the field.
It's not enough CCT.
I don't know. Corrin's not even a good character, so it's fine.
Well, he's good in this deck.
He's pretty good in this deck.
Okay, so our first winner for round 4 is we have 2 winners already. Jeff Levine over Mark Walseth and Ming Hao over Max Freeman.
Hey, look, there's the guy.
Max Freeman, the baseball player.
Yeah, Corrin.
Cornhorn and Wedge coming down in front of the 5th brother and Chad.
I don't think Chad's doing anything there, is he? Well, I guess he's with a leader, because Corrin's a leader. Right?
Yeah, I was going to say adding Destiny to Power with Wedge.
A Wedge is a leader, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's going to be, what, 3, 4, 5, 6, plus a Destiny to Power.
To the 5th brother's, what, 3?
He's 4. I think base, because he's Power plus 3 with a thing. But I don't think that's... Yeah. Phil is pointing out that you would block the Git grab, but I don't even know if it's going to come to that. Yeah, it might.
Yes, he started the effect.
Yeah, so I guess he is going to move away from the beach, so maybe he should have just done that in the control phase.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. He's got no characters in his lost pile now.
Okay. That's reasonable.
I mean, the only card in his lost pile is his starting interrupt. Oh wow, I'm hearing thunder. Okay, so we do have a concession from Joe. It looks like looks like Greg Shaw won this game.
Yeah.
Game for Joe there. Just nothing went his way.
Yeah, and you tack on the couple of mistakes that missed with the extra 3 damage from the Leia, the extra power destiny from the Leia. But yeah, cool to see Greg win. Greg go to 4-0.
Yeah, Greg's 4-0.
Joe goes to 2-2, losing to Kessling and Greg.
I mean, it's still a pretty good strength of schedule for Joe. If you're looking at this from that side of this aspect.
Yeah.
And Greg showing off his Ahsoka Tano deck box that Jared Napolitano created, our marketing guy. Looks like Brad Reinhold also won, so Brad is 4-0.
Brad's been on a tear, man.
Yeah. Like I said, he put in a lot of work for this tournament. So, kind of glad to see that it's panned out so far for him. Okay, Christensen did most of the work, so he deserves all the credit. Jared receives nothing.
I'll take some credit. I don't know why. I don't deserve any, but I'll just take it.
That's fair. So we didn't do a token for this round. So, Bill, I think you said you're stepping out.
I am stepping out.
That makes me sad.
Yeah, sorry.
No,
You got Jeremy.
I got Jeremy, and I believe Jeremy Gardner is going to be joining us too.
He's in chat. You can ask him.
So we'll still have our 3-man booth. But Bill, before you go, give us another token for this game.
General Dodonna.
Okay. Is a good one. And I think we also need to give out, let's give out an AI card, an AI foil. Jeremy, I'll let you decide on how to give that one out.
Okay. Yeah, I got a trivia question regarding our podcast. So after Mike and I do our own interviews, who is our next guest going to be?
Ooh.
On the Kessling run.
I don't know that I know that answer.
This guy.
If you had been listening to our podcast, we said it, I think, in the first podcast.
I listened to both of them, but I don't know that answer.
Greg Shaw.
So we've done Clint Hayes, we've done Greg Shaw. Then we're going to do Mike Kessling and myself. So who is the 5th guest on the Kessling run? We've said it. And they're in chat right now.
Oh, okay. I know the answer. So does Phil. Phil knows the answer.
Yep. So Phil wins. It's JNAP.
JNAP. Yeah, what are you guys going to talk about?
Well, we're going to talk about, how he got into the game and his stint during the classic era, 'cause I believe he played back when it was in print. And then we'll talk probably a lot about him and his duties with the PC and the marketing advocate and how he became the marketing advocate. I think there's a lot there for us to talk about.
Yeah, it should be a good one. All right.
We're definitely excited to have him. Love Jared. He's a great guy.
I'm going to take off, guys. Good luck with commentary.
You too.
Thanks for
and
joining
it
us,
looks
Bill.
like Jeremy Gardner is joining us right now. I should just leave this alone. Okay.
So a few more results. So Greg and Brad both won. Charlie defeated Dan Bentlaw.
There you go.
Sorry. I think we got you there, Jeremy. 2 Jeremys and a Dan. Okay, so Jeremy, how are you doing, sir?
Oh, not bad, not bad. Started getting back into the game lately. I took a couple years off, and so yeah, kind of behind on everything, but gearing up for Worlds, trying to decide if I'm just going to help run the event or if I actually want to play.
Okay. Get some more Jeremy before we had I got to figure out a way to differentiate between the two of you right now.
You can just call me either JJ or Jedi Jer, like
Okay.
everyone always usually does.
Okay, so as Jeremy was saying, a few more games to report in.
Yes, we got. So Greg obviously won. Brad Reinhold won. Mike Kessling won. He defeated AJ, so Kessling undefeated as well. Charlie defeated Dan. Jeff Levine defeated Walseth. Justin Miyashiro beat Adam. And then Ming beat Max, and Stuart Yu beat Julian. So those are some round 4 winners. So we got 3 undefeated so far. And Brad, Mike, and Greg.
Wow. And we know that Greg is playing No Idea. You said that Mike is playing Old Allies today?
I'm fairly certain. He's been on that deck for a while. I don't think anyone could convince him not to play it.
And don't know what Brad is playing for Lightside, because we saw his Set Your Course for Alderaan a little bit ago.
You think he's playing the Yoda Meaning deck that he's been playing?
It's a good possibility. Like, I know he had taken a few decks with him up to the event, but I don't know what he actually took with him, or what he actually decided on. I gotta change that really quick too. I mean, Brad is one of those players that I feel like he can almost play any type of a deck.
Yeah, whenever I play him, I feel like he's just got a really good feel for the game. Like I said, he's been on quite the tear recently.
And it's nice to see that so far out of the 3 undefeated, we have what, 2 of your team members is in the top 3.
We'll have a third one. Whoever wins between Brian, Fred, and Matt Scott will also be undefeated.
Matt Scott, did he win that match?
Yeah, he won that one, right? The Old Allies versus CCT. Is that what we're talking about?
Yeah, you're right. He did.
I'm not sure if he picked up another loss along the way, but actually, let me check.
Yeah, he lost to Kessling.
Okay, so Okay, so I guess if Brian Fred wins, then he will also be on
He'll
the
be, yeah. Jared, it's taken forever. I don't know where it is. Like, the internet still says it's out for delivery.
Is it your care package?
My care package. I really don't know what's in it. So after this round, there'll be 4 more games left. So I don't know how you guys are feeling, but it feels like it's been pretty going on pretty well.
Yeah, it seems like a nice brisk pace.
Yeah, after those first 2 rounds where we had multiple games go, like the first 2 rounds we had both of our feature match games go to time. It's kind of nice to see 2 games not go to time.
I agree.
And then, but yeah, once we have more information regarding a lot of the current matches, we will let you guys know. We're waiting on 1, 2, 8 matches left in round 4. I think we might have been a curse for Kendall Hallman, though. It looks like Kendall has, after that first round win, he has not won a game yet. Like, he might win here in game 2, number 4, though. But his dark side, his court deck is currently 1-1, having beat Justin Miyashiro in the first round, and then in round 3 he lost to Charlie Arlinson. So can't feel too bad about having a court deck lose to Charlie, because Charlie's a really good player.
Yeah. Court's tough right now to play, I think. I don't think it has any good matchups these days.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we'll see a helper for it next set.
I know Kendall's hoping like maybe we'll see a nerf to Master Luke V. Or a shield for Leia Rebel Princess. I know those are 2 cards that Kendall does not like at all.
I think that's understandable.
I don't know. I think they're okay cards. Yeah, I mean, Joker King, as he points out in the chat, and he's a court player, there's a decent number of ability 4 guys that court can use.
Yeah, there's a lot of droids, too, to get around Leia.
Yeah.
You just gotta play Jasper.
Sorry?
Jasper, Jasper.
Yeah, that's a good one. I mean, we saw that he
gets around Leia.
Yeah. I mean, we've seen that he played Mara, Ara Singh. Like, those are 2 good ones right there. And like you said, he plays droids to get around Leia Rebel Princess. So. And Jared in the chat saying game 3, Dark won 7 of the 8 tables. Wow, that's insane.
Yeah, light side definitely needs some help. So hopefully set 19 will help with that. It's just hard to choose a good light side deck because all the dark side decks fight at a very different axis. Like the cards that are good against Shadow Collective are probably not great against ROPS, and so on and so forth.
Yeah. Oof. Hey, you lost on light side. I figure, if Kendall's throne room main deck, if he's playing that today, and if he can go 2-2 with it, that would be a deck that I could look at. Okay. So we did a token, and we gave out a AI. I think it was, you said
Phil won the AI.
Phil. Okay, so let's shoot that over to the. Make sure our GIMP sheriff knows what to give out all the AI packs, and our marketing advocate to send out all of the AIs to everybody who deserves them. All I'm going to say is, so for those who are watching right now, just remember that the Jawa Brawl starts in 2 days. It is a free event. If you want to play in it, all you got to do is go on and answer some questions on a Google Forms questionnaire. Right now, we have 88 members signed up. I think Jedi JJ's you're signed up, and Jeremy, are you signed up?
Probably won't have time. I got a lot going on right now.
It's no fun. You have 6 weeks to play.
Well,
It goes until
I have a
August.
podcast that I have to edit now.
Well, that's when you get Mike to help you out. Shouldn't he be helping you?
It's probably best if he doesn't. Just leave that stuff to me. He would agree.
If you say so. But yeah, Jawa Brawl starts in 2 days. Wow. Man, I wish I had an energy drink or two on me.
Maybe one will be in your care package.
I mean, I'm sitting here literally like watching USPS right now with the tracking and everything, and it's just like it's one is taking forever to load, and two, it's just like no more information. Now, I don't know, like on the weekdays, my mail gets here early, but I don't know about the weekends. Plus, they could have delivered it by now. Like, Jared, how big is the box? He even says, okay. Okay. Well, you know what? How about we take a break as we wait for these last couple matches to end, and once they do, we'll have some more Star Wars CCG action to report some more games that just ended. Matt Wadden over Tang Lee, and Jack Erickson Schultz win. He took the win. Ming over Max. So just a few more games left, including the Matt Scott versus Brian Fred, Corey Lauer versus Logan Patigue, Carl Koenig versus Kyle Kruger. Wow, two KKs versus each other. and Casey versus Matt Lutz. So we're waiting on those games to end. Once they do, we'll come back with some more exciting, more action. So everybody stay tuned.